So today we will be covering respiration in animals. Okay. Just like every session, whenever you have a doubt, feel free to ask me, stop me in between. So all of us know what is the meaning of respiration, right? Just a quick brush up. Arnav, what is the meaning of respiration?
The process in which energy is made.
Energy is made by what? Who requires to be
By
made?
oxygen,
Mm-hmm.
by oxygen
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
oxygen,
Yes.
water, and yeah, ma'am, that's all I know.
Okay. All right. Okay, Priscilla. Yes. Answer.
Ma'am, respiration is a process by which glucose is oxidized. In the presence of oxygen forms, forms energy, water. Ma'am, is that right? Because I'm getting confused with the plants formula.
That's all right. You know, when we talk
Ma'am, even
about
I got confused.
see,
I was thinking about
we have
sunlight.
been
I was thinking about the equation.
Yes,
see.
ma'am. I'm getting photo chlorophyll, sunlight, and all.
I could
Ma'am, should I
understand that.
answer?
1 second. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, Bhavya. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Bhavya. You wanted to reply? Please do.
Yes, ma'am. Should I tell what respiration is?
Yeah, please do.
Respiration is the process in which food is broken
Mm-hmm.
in the presence of oxygen to release energy.
Correct. And who all requires to respire? Respiration is required by who all? What all?
It is respiration is carried out by
All
animals and human beings.
All living organisms.
All living organisms.
Correct. All living, every living organism.
Ma'am, I was thinking about the equation and I got confused.
I knew that. That's the reason why I wanted to do a recap before I even go ahead with today's chapter. That's the reason why I strictly wanted to do a recap. So it's basically the process by which the oxygen is being taken at a cellular level. Please remember, in respiration, oxygen is being taken to the cellular level for what? For releasing oxygen. Sorry, for releasing energy, right? And also water is being released along with that. Keep respiration as simple as possible. So what is respiration basically? Respiration is you take in oxygen, you send the oxygen at the cellular level, and then what is expelled out? What is expelled out is energy and water. This is respiration. Is that clear to all? We studied last time that respiration is a biochemical process and breathing is a physical process. The difference between breathing and respiration. We also studied there are two kinds of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic is whereby, it is broken down in the presence of air. Respiration is happening in presence of air, that is oxygen. And anaerobic is where it is in the absence of oxygen. So then alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy is released. We studied the example of yeast here, right? We discussed in details about it, right? Then we went to respiration in plants, how the guard cells, help in respiration. The green plants, how they give out oxygen. What we'll do is that we'll start off with respiration in animals today, right?
Okay.
In respiration in animals. So first, respiration in animals happens through different ways. There are several ways by which respiration can happen in animals. First, we will study.
Can I tell examples?
First let's go one by one. First, let's study what happens. How does there is this, kind of organism, living organism by the name protozoans, right? So how do protozoan respire? First of all, give me a few examples of protozoans. Who can give me an example of a protozoa?
Ma'am, amoeba.
Very good. Amoeba is a protozoa. Excellent. Right? So how does amoeba respire? It has only one cell, but it has to, yes?
Through diffusion.
Very good. Through diffusion. Who was that?
Ma'am, Priscilla.
Priscilla. Very good. So it respires through diffusion, right? So basically, if you see, amoeba is like one, this one little cell, right? With certain cell organelles in between, right? So this one little cell also requires oxygen, right? So what happens is that it has got the outer cell membrane is very thin, right? So what happens is that, and in the environment there are a lot of different kinds of gases which are present. So what happens is that diffusion happens, and by the means of diffusion, oxygen enters inside, or whatever gases are required, it enters inside the body of the amoeba, and through the um, through the cell membrane, respiration happens in case of protozoans. So a classic example for protozoans would be amoeba. Is that okay? Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
amoeba is of irregular shape, right?
Amoeba doesn't have a particular shape actually. If you remember, the other day we were studying digestion, right? And how they
Yes,
engulf
ma'am.
food. They, the moment they see a food out here, they protrude outside, they take out the pseudopodias, right? And they engulf the food, and then they close this thing and they prepare a food vacuole. So they don't have any particular shape. It keeps changing shape as per requirement. Okay. So is respiration clear in amoeba? Now we come to respiration in
Yes, ma'am.
earthworms. Yeah, respiration in earthworms is very interesting, right? I'm sure all of you must have seen earthworms. Those creepy crawly, structures which are found in soil. Especially,
Yes, ma'am.
people who grow, who do gardening and all, they
They,
will find a, they will find a lot of earthworm. They will find a lot of earthworm in the soil.
Ma'am,
Yes.
we don't keep the earthworms. Where do they come from?
So, when
from
for example, when you buy, potted plant, it has soil in it. So the soil will have a lot of those earthworm eggs already in it. So when it gets the right kind of temperature, climatic condition, and, particular water and all, and it gets nutrition, and slowly it keeps growing. And you will only see when it's large enough for you to see. Right, especially, and when most often, maybe once or twice a month, you will add manure, you will add organic compost to the plant, so that the plant flowers well, is good fruit. So all that organic fertilizers that you add in the soil will have little bit of those, either tiny earthworms or eggs of earthworms. Yeah.
ma'am, earthworms are said to be farmers' best friend, right? But can
Yes.
earthworm also be dangerous for plants?
No, earthworms actually are a friend of the plants. Earthworms are extremely good. You would not believe, most of the farmers abroad, what they do is that they buy earthworm eggs so that they can lay it on their garden, so that they can have a lot of earthworms in their field. Artificially, they take earthworms in their field. They're very good for the plants, basically. Right? Okay, coming back to respiration. So how do earthworms respire? Earthworms, what they do is that their body surface is richly supplied with blood vessels, right? Let me tell you, earthworm doesn't have a very organized structure. Like human beings, have a very organized skeletal system, a very organized
Yes.
circulatory system, a very organized nervous system. In case of earthworm, it is very simple and one of the most primitive and basic structure. How for example, how the nervous system of earthworm is. It doesn't have a brain, obviously. It just has a ring like this here, and it has one straight nerve going like this. That is it. That is the nervous system of an earthworm, right? When it comes to the circulatory system also, it is very basic. So because the surface area is small, so the entire body, is well circulated, as in there's a lot of blood vessels, going through the entire body, right? So what happens is that it has got small pores, very little tiny pores it has throughout the body, right? Which are known as the spiracles, right? So basically all the air that is required for it to respire, all the oxygen that is required.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
but spiracles are for cockroaches, not for earthworms, right?
Spiracles are for cockroaches. I'm so sorry. Yes, spiracles are for cockroaches. Basically, in earthworm, what happens is that oxygen enters through these tiny pores which are present in the surface of the skin. Right? I'm so sorry. There was a mistake. Cockroaches will have spiracles, right? Which directly enter the body surface and reach the
Ma'am,
organ directly.
Do
Yes, tell me.
spiders also have spiracles?
I'll have to check on that. Most of the insects do have spiracles. I just need to check if spiders also have. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, spiders also have spiracles. Yeah, they also have spiracles. Okay. So getting back to earthworms. So basically they respire through the skin, which has got multiple pores on it. Right? So we are done with earthworms. Which is the third form of animal that we are going to study. The third animal that we are going to study is cockroach. Right? Now, how do cockroaches respire? Cockroaches have spiracles, which are like, small, little, tiny pores. For example, if this is a cockroach, they'll have tiny pores on the surface, on the body surface, right? So if these are the spiracles, air will go inside, oxygen will go inside, and through the spiracles, it enters the organ. Cockroaches also do not have a very organized respiratory system.
Ma'am,
But yeah, tell me.
so these behave like lenticels.
Kind of. You're right. You're right. That's a good example to give. So, Priscilla, you have said lenticels. So, does any one of you remember what are lenticels? Unmana, do you remember what are lenticels? Unmana? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What are
Ma'am, they are tiny pores present on the stems, like stems of mangroves, and like they could respire through the stem
Correct.
by the lenticels.
Correct, lenticels, correct. Right. So Priscilla, thanks for giving this example. So, what is there is one, big thing that we are studying also, that is, adaptation. If you see, plants have the most basic form of respiration. And slowly and steadily, right from these, unicellular, matlab single cellular organism, how it is slowly and steadily getting a little more structured, a little more organized, a little more bigger,
Yes,
a
ma'am.
little more proper. Correct? So basically in protozoa we saw it was very basic. Cell membrane se matlab, the air is coming, going, diffusion happening, they're taking it. Earthworm, it is a little better. How is it a little better? This is, tiny pores on the body surface, and the air is, the respiration is happening. Cockroach is a little better than earthworm. Right? How? They have specialized holes. Unlike earthworm, like they had all holes throughout the body, cockroaches have specialized holes called spiracles. And through these spiracles, it reaches maybe the trachea. Here
Huh?
they're saying, yes.
Can you explain about the cockroaches again?
Yeah, sure. So this is what I'm saying. They have on the surface of the body, they have these tiny pores. These tiny pores are called spiracles. I'm talking about cockroaches, right? I'm talking about cockroaches. So through these spiracles, right, the oxygen enters the trachea. Here they have mentioned the organ directly. It could be a trachea, or it could be a little modified organ which helps in respiration. So oxygen enters through the spiracle and directly it goes to the organ directly. Right? So this is
Ma'am?
how, yes.
Ma'am, the spiracles are present, ma'am, above the body of the cockroach or below the body?
Mostly, it is said that it is there in the surface of the body.
Okay,
Right?
ma'am.
It is there in the surface of the body. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So this was about cockroaches.